insights into current affairs in Bangladesh, and I also appreciate and acknowledge Nirvachita and Kavita Chakma for coming here and share what you feel. I will focus my remarks on the state of human rights in Bangladesh. I speak today not only as an academic and an Australian citizen, but also as a survivor of enforced disappearance in Bangladesh. In 2017, I was abducted, tortured, and held for 45 days in a secret illegal prison known Ainaghar, or House of the Mirror, operated by Bangladesh's military intelligence agency, the Directorate General of Forces Intelligence DGFI, within the Dhaka cantonment, where the army headquarters is located. I was one of the few who made it out alive. Hundreds of families of in Bangladesh are still searching for their disappeared loved ones. Even 8 years later, I continue to carry these psychological wounds, that ordeal which disrupted myself, my family, my social relationships, and my professional life. Since settling in Australia, apart from working as an adjunct researcher at Western Sydney Uni, I now also work for the New South Wales Service for the Treatment and Rehabilitation of Torture and Trauma Survivors, STARS, where I support communities affected by persecution, conflict, and authoritarianism. This experience has deepened my understanding of what torture and trauma do to individuals and communities, not just in theories, but in lived reality. I see it in others, and I carry it within myself every day. Therefore, for me, the fall of Sheikh Hasina's regime is just not a political event, it's deeply personal. I also took this moment to acknowledge and thank Senator David Shubich, MP Abigail Boyd, the community leaders Rashid, Tawhid, and every one of you here, and also the Greens for their consistent support for Bangladesh's pro-democracy movement. We appreciate it. I think we should give a big round of applause for the Greens. In the 12 months since Sheikh Hasina's fall, progress has been mixed. On the positive side, the culture of enforced disappearances and secret detention centers appears to have ceased. There have also been no systematic state-led extrajudicial killing during this period. The government has formed an inquiry commission to investigate enforced disappearances. According to the commission's estimate, more than 3,500 people have disappeared under Sheikh Hasina's rule, while thousands and thousands more were killed extrajudicially. The brutal July-August 2024 massacre, widely seen as a final effort by Hasina to retain power, and that has been described by the UN fact-finding mission as potentially amounting to crimes against humanity. I should also note that Bangladesh's ranking in the Reporters Without Borders Press Freedom Index, in the latest Press Freedom Index, has improved from 164 to 149 in the past year. I should also emphasize, it's a long way to go, but notably under Hasina's regime since 2020, Bangladesh has never ranked below 150. Yet serious challenges remain. Justice for the victims and survivors is still elusive. Political rights, freedom of speech, equality, and dignity for all citizens are far from guaranteed. Repressive institutions such as DGFI, the National Security Intelligence, NSI, and the Rapid Action Battalion, all central to the machinery of Sheikh Hasina's state repression, have remained outside of the reform agenda. Despite repeated calls from human rights organizations, the current government, led by Mohammad Yunus, has yet to ban RAD. While the ICT Prosecutor's Office has issued arrest warrants for several former DGFI chiefs who have reportedly fled the country to Western nation cities, these actions, though unprecedented, risk becoming symbolic if not accompanied by broader structural reforms. And we all should acknowledge, at the heart of the crisis of democracy in Bangladesh lies the absence of free and fair elections. The deeper Sheikh Hasina descended into autocracy, the more elections were manipulated and rigged, and the more she relied on the judiciary, civil service, military, and intelligence agencies to entrench her power. Many state officials participated willingly and profited handsomely alongside oligarchs from the business sector, judiciary, police, and military. Looking ahead, Australia must remain vigilant in ensuring that those who enable repression under Sheikh Hasina's regime do not find safe haven here. Some have already arrived in Sydney, according to community sources. Rather than directing development aid towards training Bangladeshi state officials and big NGOs, Australian government should invest more on the people. And also we should note that many of the state officials who received training in Australian universities also served under an authoritarian system. Our support should prioritize democratic reform, independent election, and reform of the intelligence and security apparatus. Australia is a compassionate society with a strong commitment to human rights, as I witnessed on Sunday, when with hundreds and thousands I marched across the Sydney Harbour Bridge in solidarity with the Palestinian people. That same moral clarity should guide our foreign policy toward Bangladesh. From this point forward, human rights must be the cornerstone of Australia's engagement with Bangladesh. Thank you.